Welcome to Timeless Audiobook, Happy Wife by Meredith Lavender. Happy Wife. Introduction. Happy Wife by Meredith Lavender is a clever and entertaining romantic comedy that explores the delicate balance of marriage, honesty, and personal growth. At its heart, this novel delves into what it really means to be happy in a relationship and the challenges couples face when trying to maintain love and trust over time. Lavender crafts a story full of humor, wit, and warmth that will make listeners both laugh out loud and reflect on the nature of commitment. The protagonist, Annie, finds herself caught between the expectations of marriage and her own desires, leading to a roller coaster of emotions and unexpected revelations. This book is perfect for anyone who enjoys relatable characters, smart dialogue, and a fresh take on modern romance. As you listen, prepare for a journey that is as funny as it is heartfelt, reminding us all that sometimes the key to happiness lies in honesty and self-acceptance. From the very first chapter, Happy Wife introduces us to Annie, a woman who has been married for several years to her husband Jeff. On the surface, their life looks perfect. They have a cozy home, a loving relationship, and a comfortable routine. But beneath that calm exterior, there are questions and unspoken tensions. Annie has always been a straightforward person, valuing honesty above everything else, yet she finds herself increasingly frustrated by the small compromises and half-truths that creep into married life. She begins to wonder whether the traditional idea of a happy marriage really fits who she is or what she wants. The story quickly becomes not just about her marriage, but about her search for identity and fulfillment beyond the role of wife. That Annie's journey starts with a simple but powerful question. What does it mean to be a happy wife? Is it about pleasing her husband, maintaining peace, or finding her own happiness first? Meredith Lavender uses Annie's internal conflict to explore these themes with nuance and humor. We see Annie wrestle with societal expectations, personal ambition, and the daily realities of partnership. This is not a story about perfect love, but about real love, messy, complicated, and often hilarious. Annie's voice is honest and relatable, drawing listeners into her world with warmth and charm. As the story unfolds, Annie decides to take a bold step toward honesty. She creates a list called Happy Wife Rules, a set of guidelines she believes will help her find balance between keeping her marriage intact and staying true to herself. These rules become a framework for her to evaluate her own actions and feelings, and they bring both clarity and chaos. Some rules are simple, like communicating openly, while others challenge deep-seated beliefs about compromise and sacrifice. Annie's efforts to live by these rules lead to many comedic moments, but also moments of genuine insight. One of the novel's strengths is its depiction of Annie's relationship with Jeff. Jeff is a kind and supportive husband, but he is also human and flawed. Their interactions highlight the challenges that arise when two people grow in different directions, but still want to maintain their bond. Annie's struggle is not to destroy the marriage, but to rebuild it in a way that works for both of them. Through their conversations, disagreements, and shared laughter, Lavender captures the everyday dynamics of a committed relationship with authenticity. In addition to the marriage storyline, Happy Wife also explores Annie's friendships and family ties. These relationships offer her support and perspective, and they add richness to the story. Her friends provide comic relief and candid advice, while family members reveal the generational expectations that weigh on Annie. These layers show how external pressures can influence personal happiness and decision-making. Annie's interactions outside her marriage give the story depth and texture, reminding listeners that happiness is shaped by many influences. Meredith Lavender's writing style is light and engaging, filled with witty dialogue and vivid scenes that bring the story to life. The pacing is brisk, keeping listeners hooked as Annie navigates her evolving emotions. The humor is sharp but never mean-spirited, making it easy to connect with the characters and their dilemmas. At the same time, Lavender doesn't shy away from serious moments, giving the novel emotional weight that resonates beyond the laughs. This balance makes Happy Wife more than just a rom-com. It is a thoughtful exploration of love and self-discovery. One of the most memorable parts of the book is Annie's internal dialogue. She often questions her choices and fears, but also celebrates small victories. Her honesty about doubts and desires makes her a deeply human character. Listeners will find themselves rooting for her as she experiments with honesty and learns to set boundaries. Annie's growth is gradual and realistic, which makes the story feel authentic and inspiring. Her journey encourages us to consider how we communicate and what happiness truly means in our own relationships. Throughout the book, the theme of communication is central. Annie learns that true happiness in marriage is not about avoiding conflict or pretending everything is perfect. Instead, it is about being willing to have difficult conversations, to listen, and to compromise without losing oneself. This message is delivered with humor and heart, making it accessible and meaningful. The novel shows that honesty is sometimes uncomfortable but always necessary for a healthy relationship. It also highlights the importance of laughter and fun, reminding us that love should be joyful even when it is challenging. Another interesting aspect of Happy Wife is how it challenges traditional gender roles. Annie's reflections reveal the pressure women often feel to be the perfect wife who manages the household and supports her husband's ambitions. She questions these expectations and seeks a more balanced partnership. This theme adds a modern feminist touch to the story without being preachy. Instead, it invites listeners to think about equality and respect in marriage. Annie's desire for authenticity resonates with anyone who has felt confined by societal norms. As the plot progresses, Annie encounters situations that test her commitment to the happy wife rules. She faces temptation, misunderstandings, and moments of self-doubt. Each challenge forces her to reassess what she wants and how she can communicate that to Jeff. These conflicts create tension and drama, keeping the story exciting. Yet, the resolutions are satisfying because they feel earned and believable. Annie does not suddenly become perfect. Instead, she learns to accept imperfection in herself and others. This approach makes the novel relatable and heartfelt. The climax of the story is both funny and touching. Annie and Jeff come to a turning point where they must decide whether to change their marriage or part ways. This moment is handled with care, showing the complexity of long-term relationships. Lavender avoids cliches and instead offers a nuanced view of love that involves effort, forgiveness, and hope. The resolution is hopeful and uplifting, leaving listeners with a sense of optimism about the possibility of happiness even after hardships. In conclusion, Happy Wife by Meredith Lavender is an engaging and insightful novel that combines humor, romance, and real-life wisdom. It tells the story of a woman who dares to be honest about her needs and challenges the conventions of marriage. Through Annie's eyes, we explore the joys and struggles of partnership, the power of communication, and the importance of self-acceptance. This book is a refreshing take on romantic fiction that will resonate with anyone seeking happiness in love. Its witty writing and relatable characters make it a perfect choice for an audiobook that listeners will want to return to again and again. Whether you are married, dating, or simply curious about the dynamics of relationships, Happy Wife offers valuable lessons wrapped in laughter and heart.